Hey y'all, it's Michael, and today I'm here to talk about a book which is Family by J. California Cooper. This is my third book that I read from her, and this one I really did enjoy. First off, I had to look up what the official synopsis is of this novel because I really went into this book really blind, like really blind, and there's quite a few pleasant surprises that I was like, okay, I didn't know the way that the story unfold. I think was a real pleasant surprise. But I did look it up on Goodreads, and the official synopsis says before, during, and a little bit after the Civil War, we follow a slave woman named Always, and this is more of a generational family as we see what happens with her siblings and her family essentially. Story is really interesting because it's told really interesting. It is told in this. See, this is where the part about spoilers get really hard to talk about. But this novel is written in a way that, for me, it seemed very con conversational. When we're learning about Always and the family, it's in this it seems as though someone is sitting down with me like right now, and they are telling me like, hey, this is what happened, here's how these things go, and I really like it. It's written in a conversational way, so the vernacular is similar to how people talk back then in the South. And for me, that's always a little, since I live here in the South, it's really easy for me to read it. Like I feel like as I'm reading it, just like I hear people just speaking to me naturally. So that's always a thing that I find just comes natural, just probably because I live here in Georgia, so it's how a lot of people talk down here. And the one thing that I didn't quite like about the book, and that's the ending, and that's more of the pacing of the ending. Towards the end, the story just goes like boop 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 boop. It's really fast, and it's kind of like it just spits out action after action after action after action, and I was just like, whoa, slow down, because I felt as though the book could have been a little bit longer and have that final part have some time to breathe, because the final part of it is just it felt rushed, like it felt really rushed, as though like it was just trying to be over with. But I felt as though that when I reached the ending, I was like, you have my attention. I'm giving you time. If you want to slow down and just keep going longer, I'm fine with it. But I think that ending is justifiable because there is this part in there where it talks about family, and as you can tell from the cover, that cover actually is so truthful to the narrative without giving too much away, which is like really exciting. So yeah, but there is this topic that it brings about family and what makes family. I just finished watching RuPaul's Drag Race. This is where the point of view I'm coming from. But in RuPaul's Drag Race, one of the things that RuPaul's, like from his gospel of RuPaul that he preaches, is that about choosing family, choosing these people that we let into our lives, choosing these people that we can say like, I care for you and I love you. And here it's almost in J. California Cooper's, what she's also telling us is also about how, yes, we can choose family, but there's also something about family with blood and family within our, like, your family's lineage. I'm lucky enough that my family still have pictures like from a really like old pictures of like my grandma, my great grandma, and my great great grandma, my family. And that I always that's a topic that I always enjoy in books, is about family. But here in the ending of this, it has a surprise. I don't want to say a twist, but it has a surprise about what it really means to be family, and how these it's so hard without giving it away. So I'm going to spoil just a little bit. So if you just want to go into this book without knowing that much, which I recommend you do because I went into it not knowing a lot, but I'm gonna talk the last part of this video. I'm gonna talk just a little bit of a spoiler because this is a topic that I really want to talk about. So if you don't want to know anything about the novel at all, just go in there blind. Just finish this video like now. So I'm gonna give you some time. You know this watch that I always wear? I'm giving time for people to click on this video. You know this watch that I always wear in these videos? The battery's dead. It doesn't even work fully. But anyways, so this is a slight spoiler, but I want to talk about this family because the part where the twist, where the revelation happens for a character, this portion of how these racist people can say all of these nasty things, but they might themselves know things that they themselves don't know. And it also brings up this topic. I also, because me looking at it from like a science point of view about this thing of nurture versus nature, where how is it really how we're brought up, or is what the environment around us? Because when this character finds out, this character is such in denial because like there's no way that this could happen, but we all know as the reader and as we're watching these events unfold that we know the truth. And when this character finds out the truth, that they're so in shock that this can't happen to them. But do you really know? Do you really know your family and your lineage? But yeah, I really like this novel and I think you should read it. So yeah, if you read the book, let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear your thoughts, especially if you read it. Just put spoiler or something so that way people know. But that revelation at the end, I just really want to talk about it because I just thought it was like, oh my god. So yes, until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Bye.